Welcome back to Emergency Series running the entire month of May. Today is May 17. We were talking about inadvertent VFR into IMC. So an AOPA report showed that out of any emergency you find yourself in, a VFR to IMC accident, which the pilot then gets spatially disoriented, has the highest fatality rate out of any type of accident. It's almost 90%. So I'll have a brief summary here. See my main channel for the full video. So a common scenario might look like this, right? You want to do a cross-country flight to see some friends. Maybe you have an appointment. The idea here is that this type of emergency doesn't just happen on a random day when you go out and you just want to do a quick flight in the local area, right? This type of emergency situation generally involves some outside pressure where you feel that you really need to make the trip. Like you've been planning this trip for a long time and you really don't want to cancel it. The forecast is marginal VFR at best. Maybe the ceilings are right at 2,000. You call that good enough, so you blast off. As you're flying, the 2,000 turns into 1,800, which turns out into 1,500, and then before you know it, you're part of the crowd which just flew VFR to IMC. So what do you do in this case? So your top priority here is to not lose control of the airplane, right? So your options really are continue straight and level, do a 180-degree turn, climb, or descend. So which one you select probably depends on how you got into this mess to begin with, right? So in the scenario I laid out, we're already low to the ground, so trying to descend out of the clouds, probably not a good idea. So how about continuing straight and level? Again, in this scenario I laid out, you're in a descending cloud layer. It's not really guaranteed pressing ahead will pop you out of the clouds. Now, the recommendation has always been just to do a 180-degree turn, right? You were just in VFR conditions, so performing a 180-degree turn should put you back in the better conditions. But a turn in IMC while maintaining altitude is not an easy maneuver if the pilot hasn't done much instrument training, right? So it's easy for that level turn to become disorienting and turn into a spiraling descent. But if you happen just to hit a wall of clouds, maybe that could be the best way forward, right? If there's clear air behind you. So to avoid this situation to begin with, having personal minimums is a good start, and then follow them. If the weather is close to minimums, have a plan B. You know, tell yourself, if the ceiling's lower than expected, I'll go here, or I'll do this. It seems that the pilot starts to run into trouble when they only plan on success and they don't have a backup plan. So after you've entered IMC conditions, that's a bad time to start thinking about a backup plan. So I hope this doesn't happen to you. You know, set good minimums, have a backup plan, and follow it. Hope you enjoyed day 17. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Fly safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow.